Frank, I'm just kidding you.
Okay. I gotta go to that meeting too.
Yeah. Me too. You can ride me over.
Hi, Miss Driver.
Two go? No, I'm not this month.
Okay, we'll call a meeting to order. It's February 12th. It's 4 p.m. And do we have any letters or communications to the board?
There are none.
I have one that I received from the governor, that my name has been submitted to the Senate for approval for reappointment, and the term will run to 2012. So how the Senate operates on that, I don't know, but the governor did send me the letter last week. I wanted to report that to the board. Okay, we have the approval of the minutes.
Nope.
December.
What's that? Oh, December. I'm sorry. You're right, December.
Do you recommend approval?
Yes, I recommend that.
I'll make the motion.
I recommend.
Okay, Mary makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Thanks for catching. Second.
Seconded by Don. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Comments and presentations of citizens? None? Executive Director is everybody's had a chance shortly to read it.
In the interest of time, bad weather moving in, we'll forego all staff reports today unless there are any specific questions.
Okay. Mark, is there anything we should be talk about with your report?
I got one for Wade.
Okay.
On the fiber optic requirements, what's going on there? We saw some criticism in the paper the other day about the Port Authority not stepping up to get fiber into the park.
Well, there's two projects. There's one that we're looking at for running across the bridge, and there's one in the park. The one into the park, I'm not sure why that criticism was even made. I mean, we're actively working with DANK. We had a letter of support from the board previously that went in for that project, and I don't know where that's coming from. It's not a matter of any particular party withholding funds or not spending funds to make that happen.
Isn't there already
fiber in the park within the next year?
Sorry?
Do we foresee getting the fiber into the park within the next year? Don't know.
It's on our radar.
If their application is successful, it'll probably be a 2009 bill.
Okay.
But isn't there fiber optic in the park right now?
There is fiber optic.
It's been in the park.
Yeah.
Verizon's had it there for years.
For certain customers.
And there's certain customers using it.
Yeah. But
So it's there. This is another option that's coming in here.
That's why I was a little confused by that criticism that was out in the paper. And
It's in his articles,
it doesn't make sense.
Just let it go. I mean, he thinks he's here in the room. Does that help you out, Jim?
Yep, all set.
Mark, is there anything in your
I just
report?
want to point out one thing on page 9.
Profit? Profit? Yeah, okay, great.
He's on you.
The recap investments, so the current yield, the middle column there, 3.66 you see on the top. Anywhere you see 3.66, that should be 2.76.
Oh, man.
see, there goes your profit.
There goes the profit.
What'd you do, type it once and copy it?
Well, that's last quarter's percentage, and I
okay.
didn't have it when I printed this, and Debbie got the new rate for me.
Start the car.
I didn't want to leave it blank.
Okay.
Just build hope instead.
And I don't have any financial statements, but I'll have one before the next board meeting. I'll drop it in the mail.
What about you, John? You got anything? Okay. Facility manager, everything okay? Committee reports?
The facilities committee met.
Objective operations.
I don't have anything.
He didn't have anything. I could tell by the way he was doing the pencil. He had the eraser going for half an
Well, I
hour.
wanted to ask him if we're going to run out of salt, 'cause I'm looking at how much tonnage has gone out.
We ran out today for the state.
Okay.
We still got some for the colony, but no more for the state. They're aware of it. Everybody's aware of it.
Yeah, start traveling county roads and waiting.
Just tonight.
I got 5 gallons in my truck. You want to take it home with you? I might need it. They're concerned, but the South Company doesn't know where they're going to bring it in from, and we did the best we could with the local state people. So
Do we think we'll make it up next shipping season?
make it up, no, but I'm sure that we'll have more next year than we had this year.
and we'll get any snow.
Committee reports?
The Facilities Committee met today at 2, from 2 to 4. Discussed numerous items, the ARF training, which you're going to see a resolution in the packet tonight, right?
Yes.
The fire system upgrade at the terminal building over at the airport. You want to comment on that at all, Steve? Or?
With it, when we did the terminal building, we were going to heat the other side. Well, we discovered that 6 of the sensors there were for 32 degrees and above. So we keep getting faults on the fire alarm system, so it's got to be upgraded. But that was just an oversight on our part when we rejected heating that side when we did the terminal. Gave that money back as part of the project, but we did follow through with the whole system. And that part was assumed to be heated, and it isn't right now. So we've got to add 6 sensors to that side.
Bottom line is replacing the sensors is a lot more economical than heating that part of the terminal. There's a resolution in your board packet tonight for the bridge security grant extension, $450,000 grant. We didn't spend all that money in 07. There's still another $40,000 they're going to allow us, or $41,000 they're going to allow us to spend in 2008. So more of a housekeeping issue there. We discussed the roof repairs to the terminal building number 6. Finally bought, the Facilities Committee recommended that Bill go ahead and get his new loader. And we've also got a request, again, a resolution to modify the foreign trade zone boundaries. And we discussed the RFQ for the North Fork rail yard redevelopment, which no action out of committee on that yet. And we also had an executive session with Bion. They discussed their proposed project and how the port would be impacted.
Jim? Is there anything we need a motion on it?
Other than we'll have 3 or 4 resolutions.
Okay. Good report. Anybody else on the board have any questions of Jim's report? Okay. Unfinished business. Events and activities. I have to ask if we can change the March 4th meeting to the following week due to a conflict with my schedule.
Does that bother you, Frank?
It's always on Tuesday, it does. It's Tuesday, yeah.
Is Tuesday bad for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have another meeting starts at 6:30.
Well, why don't we go to Thursday then?
It's up to the board. I mean,
March 6th then?
March 13th.
Or March 13th?
Oh, we can do 4 o'clock then too.
You know, I could do March 6th because I fly back in. I get into Syracuse at noon, so I could do the 6th. Good thinking. Yeah.
it's up to you.
No, I'll be back. As long as I get here a couple hours early and be able to come down and I can talk to Wade on the phone. Yeah, 6 works. Because I'm flying back in that day.
Is that okay with you, Frank?
Yeah.
4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
That's good. I'm glad you thought of that, Mary. Okay, we'll go into the business items. And Wade, I'll let you go.
Certainly. The first item up is the approval of the renewal option agreement with the New York and Ogden'sburg Railway. As we discussed there last time, they're requesting a renewal. The New York and Ogden'sburg is requesting a 10-year renewal of the agreement, recommending approval of the agreement extension. And at this time, I would recommend that we go into executive session for a brief presentation from the New York and Ogden'sburg Railway under contract negotiations.
Make that motion.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, whatever you can clear the room, please.
Chair, do you have your thumb drive there?
So personal. Okay, no. John kind of got a giggle out of it.
That's upside.
Good for you.
You should get oatmeal to make up for breakfast.
I'm not. Just pretend.
Just by letting me eat cookies all they want.
Yep.
Coffee.
Over there?
You deserve more than.
Interesting also comments about the transmission grids.
Yeah. Watch me rip out.
Okay, we'll call a meeting back to order from executive session, and we're going to go through the general missions. And Wade, I'll turn it over to you for the.
Again, for your consideration, agenda item A1, railroad approval of renewal option agreement with the New York and Ogensburg Railway. Term of the agreement to September 14th, 2018. After executive session discussion with the board, staff recommends approval of this agreement with the New York and Ogensburg.
Have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So ordered.
Agenda item B1 is approval of a collective bargaining agreement with OBPA Employees Association. The collective bargaining agreement between the authority and OBPA Employees Association expired March 31st, 2007. A new agreement has been negotiated by authority staff and the Employees Association. Such agreement was formally ratified by CSEA on December 20th, 2007. Term of the agreement was for a 4-year agreement beginning April 1, 2007, ending March 31, 2011. Details, as we discussed, are provided in Schedule A with a contract provided in Schedule B. Staff recommends approval of the agreement with the Employees Association as per the terms outlined in Schedules A and B.
Make the motion.
Motion made by Mary. Do we have a second? Don? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Agenda item B2 is General Administration's approval of a lease supplement with Christopher Connell. Christopher Connell has occupied space in the Bridge Administration Building since 1997. Current lease expires February 29, 2008. The renewal lease with Mr. Connell is for 207 square feet of space in the Bridge Administration Building at a rate of $10.37 per square foot per year for March 1, 2008 through February 28, 2009. Included in this lease is the requirement for proof of appropriate insurance coverage. Staff recommends approval of the lease renewal.
And that rate includes electricity and
Yes, it does.
parking space out here and all of that. I'll make the motion.
Have a second? Bill?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 B3 for your consideration is approval of a lease supplement with Carol Griffith and Harold Lambert. This is Dr. Carol Griffith and Harold Lambert have occupied space on the second floor of the Bridge Administration Building for the past several years. Again, lease expires February 29, 2008. 182 square feet of space at the rate of $10.37 per square foot. Term of the agreement, March 1, 2008 through February 28, 2009. Again, requirement of proof of insurance is part of this agreement.
So moved. Have a second?
I'll second it.
Any questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Item B4 is approval of extension of bridge security grant. We discussed this at the Facilities Committee meeting. This is more of a housekeeping item than anything. We had a $450,000 security grant from New York State Department of Homeland Security with a 12/31 expiration. These enhancements included motion detection devices, cable protection, lighting equipment, everything that you see here. As the grant expired 12/31/2008, working with Homeland Security, we have been able to have the ability. I'm sorry, I said 08, didn't I? 07. We had $41,000 left on the grant. We were encouraged by Homeland Security to spend the remaining monies, even though the grant term had expired. Therefore, we wanted to bring this as a matter of housekeeping to the board for approval of the additional $41,000 in grant funds.
And that's approved to use this grant money despite the fact we're actually past the deadline. I'll make the motion.
Have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Don. Any questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Mark, would you walk us through the next item, please?
Sure. Last month the board authorized the staff to send out applications, or to ask to receive applications for the newly created maintenance supervisor position, CSCA position. We've done that. We've held a couple of interviews last month, and we found a successful candidate at the salary of $43,680, effective retro to February 4th, 2008, on permission tonight.
How many people applied for the position?
We had 2.
Huh?
Both qualified.
And both from within.
Yep.
No one from outside.
No, it was an internal posting.
Okay.
Was in compliance with the CSCA contract, right?
Right.
We need a motion.
So moved.
Have a second.
I'll make the second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So ordered.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for giving me a chance to drink water. Agenda item C1 is approval of the request of the Foreign Trade Zones Board. You'll recall, as part of the wind turbine project, we are activating the Foreign Trade Zone 118 at the port. What we need to do here, as a result, we need to do what's called a boundary modification. We are modifying areas in the industrial park, transferring acreage to the port in order to make this happen. John, do you want to walk us through additional details on that?
Yeah, I provided you with a handout there earlier. The original zone was established in 85. It's 71 acres. That's the first map. What we're looking to do is modify the boundaries of that so that we'll have 31.5 acres down the port, leaving 39.5 acres in Commerce Park. The boundaries are attached to the map.
Is this going to be enough to
Yes.
meet what we need to do on the project?
Yes, it will.
I'd recommend approval of this.
A second.
Any questions? All in agreement, say aye.
Aye.
C2 is also an item that was discussed at the facility committee meeting. Building 6 at the port sustained roof damage during the recent heavy windstorm that we had back on January 9th. Quotes were solicited from 4 contractors, as you see stated there. 2 quotes were received. Following field visits, quotes were based on New York State Department of Labor prevailing wage rates. There's a typo here I'd like to bring your attention to. Based on the method of repair, it is recommended by staff that W.J. Farley Roofing be awarded the contract to make roof repairs on the 6th industrial building at a cost not to exceed $11,700.
W.J. Farley Roofing
Should be a
was
port building too.
Yes.
W.J. Farley Roofing was my late father's company. It's now my mother's. I'll abstain from voting on this motion.
So noted. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Bill, do we have a second? Don, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any noes?
Item C3 is approval of a purchase loader agreement with Vantage Equipment. This was also discussed with facility. Did it?
You weren't there.
Weren't there.
God, here it goes.
You see an analysis on page 2. Staff prepared an analysis of a typical purchase versus lease decision. Attached a copy of that analysis. We recommend purchasing the equipment on contract. There is a typo here as well. Vantage Equipment is the approved seller under the contract. The typing here is where it says Caterpillar. It should be Volvo model L120F for a total price of $167,476.77.
I'd like to make that motion.
We're going to let you.
There you go, Bill.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Question.
10 months of hard
Question.
work, Barry.
Yes, sir. Don's got a question.
Just out of curiosity, on that stream of payments here on the lease, did you do a present value analysis? It looks like it's really lopsided anyway.
On the lease, I assumed a 2% increase a year.
But you didn't bring the present value of an annuity back into it?
No.
Just for today's dollars? Because we're spending today's dollars.
Right. No, I did not.
But as I said, it looks really lopsided anyway. Just curious. Do we really need to load it?
Did you say you want to table it? Did you want to table it? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Now you can retire, Bill.
Uphill climb.
Agenda item D1 is the Ogensburg Airport. This is approval of aircraft rescue and firefighting training. This deals with the ARF certification, which each year we must conduct on an annual basis. As our last training session was held in May 2007, we'll be doing these going forward on a yearly basis, most likely in May. These providers for this service are few and far between. Kellogg Community College submitted a proposal based on our request to provide ARF training for basic firefighting and ARF hot drill training for personnel, 48 hours of instructional training, May 5th through May 9th. Cost to provide these services $17,610. We have opened this up to all regional airports, and once we get the commitment from the airports, we'll be opening up available spaces to local fire companies.
Is it going to be done here?
That would be doing right here on campus, yes, just like we did last year.
Now, do we charge them?
Yes, we would. Yes, we would.
That was the only way to improve the facilities.
Where's Kellogg's Community? Is it out? Kellogg's cereal people. Makes sense.
The only way I remember
See
it.
how it goes.
We need a motion to approve the $17,610 training.
It should be noted that this is not fuel cost.
Put the add-on, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a second? Jim?
Yeah.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or out of order?
I'm pleased to bring one additional item to your attention tonight under other such matters. Sorry, don't be late.
Boy, he's 500. He's got to obsess with reports.
This is a good one. This is a good one. This is approval of a port handling agreement with Greenfield Johnstown. This is the ethanol plant that's directly across the river that's scheduled to open up. It's a handling and storage agreement at the rates that you see before you for dried distiller grains and whole and corn product. Rates above are based on minimum tonnage of 30,000 tons. Move through the port during the term of the agreement, which is December 1, 2008 through December 31st, 2009. There is a penalty there should this is structured as a take-or-pay contract. So there is a penalty there, and you see that how that penalty is calculated. This agreement is contingent upon Greenfield Johnstown to provide the authority with proof of appropriate insurance coverage, naming the OBPA as additional insured. One thing that is missing here from the agreement, this actually is for Building 2 at the port. Obviously, I'd like to thank staff for a tremendous amount of work on this project.
We have a motion to approve it. We'll move. Do you have a second?
Yeah, okay.
Do you have a second? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Nice one, John. Everybody. Sure, we'll see your head.
Fairly soon, we will be out at capacity at the port. Anything else?
Okay, I just got a quick comment for, at the end here, I'd like to make a comment on it anyways. As a board member here, there was an article in the paper by Mr. Kelly's comments in regards to the fiber optic. I just want the people to know in the city of Ogensburg here, we've had fiber optic lines here for years. Okay? Verizon's had them. They're running right down through there. If you want to see them tonight, when you go around, you'll see the brown boxes. Them are Verizon. The other thing, about a year and a half ago, DANK had a resolution to come up here in Ogensburg and help the city and the Bridge and Port Authority with fiber optic. And I amended the DANK resolution to add the airport on. So we have been working at this due diligently. I think we have done our job. But this is just another phone call. He maybe would have known what was going on here. We've had several meetings, very good meetings with DANK. We've got a couple of concerns on running fiber optic at our authority elsewhere that we want to make some money if we can, and them negotiations are still continuing. So our staff has been working on it, and we're not in the dark. That's a comment I wanted to make. Is there anything else?
No, that concludes the regular business.
A motion to adjourn. Seconded by Don. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's it. We're done.
Mark 6.
10 more years with you. I can't believe it.
Now, don't